Match 34. SpaceGodzilla vs. Destoroyah vs. Dagahra vs. Orga by Thomas Singleton.
That's a lot of monsters.
Yeah, especially for an early match. Tokyo was silent. Black skies clung to the heavens. The banner was completely inaccurate in that regard. I made that line up. Skyscrapers stood without power. Vehicles clogged up the vacant streets. Smoldering neighborhoods burned unspoiled. Behold the largest city on Earth, once teeming with a population of 8 million, now nothing more than a ghost town. Throughout the years, Tokyo endured the most disasters ever recorded in history. Had it at last faced a disaster it could not bear? Most of its people believed so, which is why they evacuated weeks prior, and with good reason. 4 giants ran amok.
Man, people do not like the Giants this time around.
Well, they're upset because they knew they weren't going to the World Series this year.
Sleeping on the ground, its claws curled around the Japanese diet, rested the monster Orga. At first glance, it resembled a gorilla, but its grayish...
But on closer inspection, they realized it didn't look like a gorilla at all.
Remember, guys, dicks out for Orga.
Oh no! That's the last thing I need to hear. But its grayish flesh and alien origin dispelled any relations to the primate. Oh, there we go. It had bulking shoulders and a useless thin tail.
Thin tail.
For one, Orga's tail isn't even that thin.
Orga, I can't remember if Orga had a tail.
He does.
It's thick and meaty.
Like
yeah,
his bulky shoulders.
One shoulder housed a massive hole.
Ooh!
Oh.
Ooh.
I paused there purposefully because I knew you guys had a reaction to that. Its wedge-shaped head bore a mouth filled with sharp teeth. Orga's hideous features mirrored the tragedy of its past. It was destined to become the perfect organism.
Orgasm.
Orgasm. Instead, it became an abomination.
Really? I don't recall that ever being a thing. Was that part of Orga's backstory? It was supposed to be Cell from Dragon Ball Z, but it failed. I am the perfect kaiju!
Well, to be fair, it was meant to be the perfect clone of Godzilla, so whatever works.
Well, Orga's like that kid that wants something, but as soon as he gets it, he doesn't want it anymore. That's basically what Orga is. Once he becomes that kaiju, he doesn't want to be that kaiju anymore. He's just that bratty little kid.
No, he has an identity disorder. Anyway. Dagahra, the 4-legged winged dragon, plowed through the murky waters of Tokyo Bay. Having a good time there. Its emerald hide helped it blend in with its underwater surroundings. Layers of yellow flesh interlaced its underbelly and throat. Atop Dagahra's head, 3 horns poked out. Hidden black sacs nestled in its shoulders. Its long tail swished as the waves. It had not yet come ashore. If it did, it knew it'd clash with the other monsters. Sooner or later, Dagahra knew it'd come down to that. Until then, it'd conserve its strength by feeding off the bay's pollution.
Doesn't he mean Michael Bay's pollution?
Well, is Tokyo Bay actually that big?
Tokyo's pretty big, yeah. Like I think the numbers.
Bay.
Wait, what?
Tokyo Bay, not Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo Bay. Yeah, Tokyo Bay's pretty huge.
Okay.
So, aquariums harbored schools of skeletons. No aquatic.
Halloween episode.
No aquatic creatures lurked beyond the glass walls. Not a single soul witnessed the travesty that befell these poor animals. If any had, then they too would have died. Crimson eyes floated within the dark waters, listening to the monstrous wails beyond the walls. To Destoroyah, the sounds were a challenge, and wanted to answer. Okay, for one, Destoroyah's eyes are not red, they're yellow. I'm nitpicking here. Dozens of crystal spires...
We gotta fire this author, I swear.
Yeah, I know. Dozens of crystal spires poked out of the ground, gleaming with cosmic lust. Not long ago, Tokyo Tower received... Oh, hey, look, it's Tokyo Tower again. Received a makeover. and now it acted.
Makeover time!
Wait. How did Tokyo get repaired so quickly? Didn't Mary Sue Kamackers just...
Hey, this is Kaiju. This is Kaiju Land, where they can rebuild things in an instant now.
Oh, they must have really good insurance.
Yes, they do. They really do. And now acted as an energy conduit for the Cosmic Saurian, Cosmic Saurian Space Godzilla. Dark blue flesh weaved most of his body, but the frontal arc on his chest was blood red. His shoulder crystals pulsated, casting its light over the eerie environment. An arrow-shaped horn sparkled on top of his forehead. As the tip of his
I guess
tail...
you could say Space Godzilla is horny.
Oh, jeez.
Well, to be fair, all of them are horny. Other than, Orga. But then again, Orga has a massive hole in his shoulder, so maybe I shouldn't count him out.
At the tip of his tail resided several crystallized spikes. His red eyes glared with malice. Hovering above its crystal fortress, Space Godzilla shrieked once more. It had long grown tired of the other monsters lumbering beyond his crystal borders.
We need to build a crystal wall.
I promise if I become overruler of the Earth, I will make a crystal wall that way I can get all these natural kaiju out of here.
Space Godzilla...
And I will deport all the Millennium Kaiju.
Space Godzilla...
Heisei and Showa are the only ones.
Should his challenge go unanswered, then Space Godzilla shall seek them out. Building shuddered. Oh, they're scared.
Well, no, I would be scared too. They're all horny.
Well, not only that, but Space Godzilla's trying to run for Overlord 2016.
Yeah.
And he said some really racist and sexual things over the phone.
Space Godzilla turned to the source and spotted Orga charging him, running on all fours like a gorilla. I don't ever recall...
There's that gorilla thing again.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just because he's...
I mean, Orga could run like that, but I'm pretty sure he's capable of walking on his two legs without his hands.
Yep.
Again, it's a Tom match. He's apparently allowed to take liberties. Ooh.
So is this the beginning of that awful Mechanicon match? Because he's mentioning gorillas a lot here.
Maybe it's foreshadowing. Good point. Tokyo Tower crackled, instilling cosmic power into Space Godzilla's shoulder crystals. He opened his mouth, unleashing the Corona Beam. The Scarlet Beam twisted in midair as if it had a mind of its own. Orga stopped, taken aback by Space Godzilla's primary weapon. The Corona Beam encircled Orga before striking its neck and detonating. Orga howled in pain as burnt flesh dangled from its ruptured throat. Seconds later, mounds of healthy flesh bulged out of the wound, replacing it. Space Godzilla stared at his foe, surprised. This disgusting creature could heal its wounds in seconds, but what else could it do?
So let me get the story. Orga. So I just want to clarify. Can Orga actually heal that quickly?
Oh yeah, he heals real quick.
Okay. I mean, considering all the other nonsense we've heard, I want to like fact check everything that happens now.
Yeah, new headcanon fact check Tom's matches. Anyway, Orga charged. Space Godzilla levitated higher, bending gravity to his will. Beneath him, Orga leapt up and down, swiping the air with its claws.
I want to know.
Come on! So
I want to know if Orga swiped right on Space Godzilla's Tinder.
No. What's gonna happen is Orga's gonna let a devastating hit to Space Godzilla's ankles and cripple him.
Space Godzilla mocked his foe with an ear-piercing laugh. Not even Orga's strong legs could help it jump high enough to attack its opponent. Space Godzilla's jaws parted, spewing his Corona Beam once more. At first, it was but a single projectile. It soon branched off into many. Wait, what? Spewing his Corona Beam?
At first, it was a single projectile. It soon branched off into many. That's it. That needs to be fixed, though. That's not super weird when it's structured like that. It needs to be fixed.
It's not even just super weird. When did Space Godzilla's Corona Beam ever split?
Now!
Apparently, several Corona Beams ravaged Orga's hide. Orga's painful cries were drowned out by Space Godzilla's howls of pleasure. But Space Godzilla's happiness...
Space Godzilla's a sadist.
But Space Godzilla's happiness faded when Orga's body repaired the damages in seconds. To prevent further abuse, Orga jumped back. It appeared to be smarter than it looked. Space Godzilla growled in disappointment.
Not really.
But his disappointment subsided when it saw Orga kneeling forward, bowing its head. Space Godzilla descended to the ground, accepting Orga's surrender with his screeching wail. Indeed, it was pain that brought obedience to this wretched beast. Throughout history, kings and warlords alike understood one simple concept. Fear aspired control, and pain was its instrument. Tonight, Space Godzilla used that instrument well. Pass.
Considering Space Godzilla's intelligence, he could be smarter than that to realize that Orga's not bowing to him.
Probably. Pass.
Unbeknownst to Space Godzilla, the large hole in Orga's left shoulder was not a deformity. We know. As orange-yellowish light gathered inside, Space Godzilla soon learned its true purpose. A streak of concussive light shot out of Orga's shoulder and slammed into Space Godzilla's chest.
Ew, Orga's peeing on him.
Yeah, well, hey, Orga's a kinky guy, okay? The kinetic
With identity issues.
The kinetic force alone sent Space Godzilla reeling back. Space Godzilla crushed several of its crystal spires beneath his bulk. Oops. Before the stunned Cosmic Saurian could regain his composure, Orga pounced on top of him. Ooh. Orga battered Space Godzilla wildly. This is for not loving me enough! Space Godzilla's tail flailed into the air, reflecting the situation. What?
What?
Okay. Orga buried its claws into Space Godzilla's flesh, assimilating his DNA. I'm pretty sure Orga can't do it that way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost positive Orga has to physically ingest it and not just use his claws.
He has to sink his teeth into
he's not,
Yeah,
he's not Rogue from X-Men.
Orga has to eat the kaiju out. Wink, wink.
Yeah, that's true. Space Godzilla watched in horror as a single shimmering crystal poked out of Orga's shoulder. Although sadly, it happened to plug up the left shoulder hole. Oops. Before long, the single shoulder crystal started summoning cosmic energies from Tokyo Tower. Space Godzilla bellowed in rage because Orga was stealing off his internet.
Orga is also a plagiarist.
All right. His body radiated reddish aura. Space Godzilla fired the spiral ray. Oh, oops. Crimson bolts flared out of Space Godzilla's flesh, mincing Orga's claws. Orga snarled as Space Godzilla unleashed a shockwave of blistering heat. Can he do that?
Wait, what? Unleashed a shockwave of blistering heat?
I've never heard of Space Godzilla's heat wave ability.
I really want this guy fired.
Yeah, is he going critical mass?
I don't know.
Wait, was Godzilla Unleashed released when this match came out, or no?
I don't think so. This had to be like 2004-ish.
What the hell is this? Is shockwave of blistering heat? Then?
What the heck? Is this supposed to be some kind of variant of the nuclear pulse?
Maybe.
But even so, Space Godzilla never had that ability. What the frick?
Well, I guess.
KaijuX. If Tom gets to break the rules, I want to break the rules too. I'm gonna write a match where Baragon can grab a sword from his hide.
The concussive force and sweltering temperatures prevailed, blowing Orga away. Ooh. Oh. Smoke sizzled off Orga's flayed flesh, clouding the air around it. Space Godzilla levitated to his feet, drawing more power from Tokyo Tower, even though Orga should be doing the same thing, but whatever. There will be no mercy for Orga. Space Godzilla will kill it. Tomorrow, the sun will rise and see nothing but a smoldering, mutilated corpse.
Oh, sounds like my ex-wife.
Oh man, sounds like my ex too. Orga rose to its feet, its charred skin not yet healed. It spotted Space Godzilla hovering toward it. No matter the injuries, Orga knew it was stronger. I'm not sure where he got that idea from. Space Godzilla floated closer, convinced of its impending victory. Orga's shoulder crystal sparkled. Space Godzilla stopped, recognizing the situation. Orga readied its primary weapon, using its newly constructed shoulder crystal to supply it extra juice. Space Godzilla. Oh, no comment, really? Okay. Space Godzilla descended to the ground, reserving its strength. Yellow-reddish hued energy stormed out of Orga's shoulder. It twisted in midair, proving to be as malleable as Space Godzilla's Corona Beam. Well, yeah.
Duh.
Duh. Space Godzilla growled, cursing Orga's existence like some 80s cartoon. Curse you, Orga! I'll get you next time.
Cobra!
Before the beam could crash into Space Godzilla, a barrier of light impeded its advance. Wait, light? Behind the shield, arcane eyes focused on Orga. Orga returned the gesture, knowing it... Wait, what gesture?
Yeah, what
knowing
gesture?
it could do nothing more. Tokyo Tower flashed, implanting cosmic energy into Space Godzilla. Orga did the same thing, because he should be doing this right now. But whatever.
No, shouldn't Tokyo Tower be exploding from the power overload?
It could. That'd actually be an interesting idea. I'll put that in the idea file in my mind. Orga snarled in defiance, fearing the cosmic story not in the least. Could have said that a little better, but okay. Space Godzilla's shield faded, making way for an defensive strike, but the Corona Beam was never fired. Instead, lavender-hued energy stabbed the darkness, cutting it. Wait, what?
Wait. Lavender-hued energies?
Is Tom just giving Space Godzilla powers now?
I have no idea. Lavender.
No, I think it's Destoroyah attacking from behind, or Dagahra.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Instead, lavender-hued energy stabbed the darkness. Darkness? What darkness? It's like daylight, right?
I guess you could say. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, if you read the first paragraph, it's supposed to be dark, but the banner's inaccurate.
Lavender-hued energy stabbed.
Hold on. I guess you could say darkness wasn't his old friend.
A gaping hole in Orga's backside. Oh.
My tush.
Oh.
My ass! Horrific, painful cries escaped Orga's mouth. Space Godzilla watched the great behemoth fall to its side. Orga's gray?
Yeah, he's kind of like well, it's kind of weird to tell, but
I thought it was like browny and green.
Are you saying gray or gay?
Gray.
Oh. I mean, he just got a big lance of energy shoved into his ass.
Yeah.
Its injury obscured by steam.
Sticks out for Orga.
Except for Orga. Space Godzilla searched for Orga's attack up, wary but intrigued by its identity. Okay. A Leviathan crashed its feet onto the ground, then it fell over because it crashed. Its exoskeleton was dark red and blended in with the backdrop. Oh, they're in a movie set then.
Yeah.
At the tip of its tail, a pair of horns branched out. Claws sharper to render titanium wiggled in excitement. Ooh, that is not threatening at all. If you ever say the word wiggled in a threatening way, you're not going to be taken seriously.
You are right.
That
wiggle, I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna tickle you, Space Godzilla.
Yeah, right.
Tickle.
I demand fan art of this right now.
I got some popsicles in the cellar if you want any.
Oh no.
You don't want to hurt yourself dancing. How about you stretch out those nice cream hamstrings?
Alright, keep reading before this gets more creepy.
Bat-like wings flap, billowing strong wings. Its chest guarded by a thick yellow carapace. Whether it opens or not, we're not sure anymore. Space Godzilla marveled at the fearsome giant before it. Space Godzilla is in love. Love at first sight. But even its terrifying size cannot compare to its demented head. Oh, it's talking about his penis. Its skull had a demonic shape, designed to instill fear. I don't think it was designed to do that. Rows of needle-like teeth harbored its mouth, and it was anchored there too, so it couldn't leave the bay. 6 spikes jutted out of its cheeks, and elongated horns stood out of its forehead. Destoroyah's newfound crimson eyes found Space Godzilla's own. Diplomacy was not an option. To try? I mean, don't just assume. Neither Titan understood the pretense of peace. All they knew was power and death. Nothing else. Well, I don't think Destoroyah wants power. You can't really get it.
not really power hungry, but he does desire death.
Yeah.
So
That's true. Destructive energy sprayed out of Destoroyah's maw. SpaceGodzilla felt its Swiss sweltering essence sliced into its flesh. Why didn't it work the shield like he did last time? Who knows? Who knows? SpaceGodzilla screamed as painful cries reverberating out the skyscrapers miles away. Never before had this cosmic story felt such pain, because then SpaceGodzilla cursed itself for forgetting the shield. This unholy creature shall pay for its transgressions. Kona beams lashed out, harpooning Destoroyah's hide, shredding it. Destoroyah howled in protest, ignoring the pain. No more Corona! No more Corona! SpaceGodzilla gaped at the green blood oozing out of his foe's splintered flesh.
One thing. On that paragraph, I want to comment. When it says, when SpaceGodzilla screamed, his painful cries reverberated off skyscrapers miles away. Does that mean Gorsaurus could hear it from miles away?
What was it like? So I go there. So is Gorsaurus a camera kaiju?
he has to be.
Well, he is. Well, he's going to be our usual kaiju camera, but last match I kind of made the mistake, like the reverse Destroy All Monsters mistake. It was Baragon filming.
Oh, that's right. It can bleed. That means it can die.
No shit.
Oh, really? Yeah, SpaceGodzilla's kind of stupid in this one, isn't he? SpaceGodzilla fired a barrage of Corona beams. Destroyer felt the cosmic energies flay its hide. Its putrid blood spurted onto the landscape. Ew. Destroyer howled, flapped its wings, and launched itself at SpaceGodzilla. SpaceGodzilla's genetics were derived from Godzilla, the most savage creature ever destroyed. Really? I'm not entirely sure about that one.
Well, to be fair, Godzilla is a gay cannibal, so...
That's true. So does that mean SpaceGodzilla is either gay or cannibalistic?
He's basically both those, but dialed to 11, but has Trump aspects to him.
Even then, I just want to point this out. SpaceGodzilla's genetics were derived from Godzilla, the most savage creature ever to stalk the Earth. Even then, he cannot retain his balance after the Destroyer attacking him to the ground, assuming that Godzilla's genetics means he has good balance.
Yeah.
I mean, by all accounts, SpaceGodzilla should be falling over his own 2 feet. Godzilla's the most clumsy kaiju I've ever seen. He will trip over. If he could trip over something, he will. For the moment, Destroyer loomed over the cosmic soaring, yet didn't attack. Why? It was an insult. One SpaceGodzilla did not take. Are you sure it's not an insult? Maybe Destroyer wants some sweet, sweet loving first.
Oh
now, is Destroyer a fat guy or a fat chick in this?
It could be both, because he could split himself. Destroyer could split itself apart into multiple beings. It could be both.
Well, maybe Destroyer is a person who likes to fight while having sex. So
that's true. Having already dealt with. Oh, sorry.
So basically, Destroyer's living the life everyone else wanted to do: fight while having sex.
Having already dealt with Orga, SpaceGodzilla started to rid himself of destroying the same manner. You didn't deal with Orga. What? Is SpaceGodzilla rewriting Is SpaceGodzilla confused about who took out Orga? Because it wasn't him.
No. Don't you see? Tom has favoritism towards SpaceGodzilla, because if you notice all the matches SpaceGodzilla's involved with, he's either seen winning or just seen retreating. I don't think Tom ever killed off SpaceGodzilla in his matches.
You know, that's a good point. You know, SpaceGodzilla actually died in any of the matches it's in. I mean,
I have no idea, actually. I'll have to check that out.
I gotta report this to MM, that way he can fix this mistake.
Oh, in the whole Baggin series, the Baggin trilogy, and the Grand King Ghidorah vs. SpaceGodzilla never died in those. He was like one of the few kaiju to survive.
Yep, I remember that, yeah.
I remember that, yeah. But SpaceGodzilla died sometime after that, though? Because I'm almost positive he died in at least one match.
Right.
No, never in the Tom.
Never in the Tom matches, yeah. Anyways. Before SpaceGodzilla to discharge his burning energies, which he couldn't do. An eerie orange glow embroiled Destroyer's horn. An energetic dagger shot out, rendering Godzilla. Wait, what? Dagger? I don't think his horn sword works like that.
I think it's just meant to be colorful vocabulary phrased wrong.
SpaceGodzilla felt his flesh burn, his organs dissolve, and crystal bones melt. Okay, now I'm positive Destroyer's horn can't do that.
It can cut through, but maybe not to that extent.
as a side effect to milky white substances developed to thwart SpaceGodzilla's generation. Okay. I am almost positive that Destoroyah cannot negate the healing factor.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I'm not sure. There was some. I could have sworn there was some kind of significance to the white stuff on Godzilla's body, but I can't remember.
Oh,
if that was...
there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of significance on the white stuff on SpaceGodzilla too. Amplified corona beams departed from SpaceGodzilla's stricken maw, disemboweling Destoroyah's skull. Green blood sprayed out, smearing SpaceGodzilla. Destoroyah stood erect, most of its face disintegrated.
Oh,
by all means, Destoroyah should be dead at this point. I'm pretty sure if Destroyer's head gets cut off, it's not coming back.
Why does Tom keep putting wrecked in his matches?
Wrecked?
Just,
SpaceGodzilla levitated to his feet. Never before had he seen such a sadistic beast, other than himself, whatever. Tokyo Tower fed SpaceGodzilla more cosmic energy. Why did it did do this before? Because for who knows?
It was feeding Orga off to the side.
Yeah, it was feeding Orga. Corona beams pelted to Destoroyah, mincing its carapace. Once more, Destoroyah's blood spewed into the air. Destoroyah ignored the pain and retaliated. No, it didn't. Okay, Tom. I'm gonna stop you right here, Tom. Dagahra flew above Direct City, masked in darkness. Okay.
Oh, it's about time you showed up,
Yeah, it's about time you showed up,
Yeah.
After consuming a large amount of pollution, the Sea Dragon was at last eager to fight. Its eyes befell the two dueling giants.
Correction.
Tokyo Tower.
Correction. His orbs befell the two dueling giants.
That's true, his orbs.
And looks like Gorsaurus is now above Tokyo Tower, getting some high angles of the fight.
Impressive. Good job, Gorsaurus. Keep going.
Yeah. Miles above Tokyo Tower, the dark clouds parted. The cosmos shined down its essence, empowering the warp structure. It's Mothra!
Yeah.
Dagahra deduced its purpose, knowing that it acted as an energy source. Okay, SpaceGodzilla. Okay, I don't think the clouds need to part, and the cosmos itself need to rain energy on a Tokyo Tower for SpaceGodzilla to do all this. I should stop nitpicking now. I'm worse than you, KaijuX. I nitpick everything.
I know you do.
No, well, to be fair, these matches are kind of terrible. Knowing it acted as an energy source, the Sea Dragon proceeded to focus on the brawling monsters. It watched as the winged kaiju hooked its tail to the other's neck. In the showcase of strength, it yanked the crystal beast off its feet. Suddenly, its tail flashed. Pass.
Alright, let me do something.
You aren't even ready. Good God.
Hey, I'm always ready. I just like to take my time. Wink, wink.
Fashionably late as always.
Destoroyah roared, though its eyes were useless. Sounds like my ex-wife. It could still sense its menacing opponent, and now it had SpaceGodzilla where it wanted him. Its tails flashed as micro-oxygen corroded SpaceGodzilla's neck to siphon his energy.
Wait,
in desperation, SpaceGodzilla's telekinesis ripped the crystal spires out of the ground and launched them at Destoroyah. Sharp crystals struck Destoroyah's thick carapace, shattering on impact. Confused by the futile crystal bombardment, Destoroyah unraveled its tail, no longer helpless. SpaceGodzilla levitated to his feet, carving corona beams into Destoroyah's bulk. Unable to take any more punishment, Destoroyah slumped to the ground. Well, he is a big guy. He's going to get exhausted quickly.
Or big girl, depending on how you look at it.
Girl. Could be one of the two. Moving to strike his downed opponent, SpaceGodzilla replenished his energy before the cosmic Saurian could unleash his onslaught. A white cloud shot out of Destoroyah's pores and enveloped its damaged shape. SpaceGodzilla growled, recognizing Destoroyah's retreating strategy. He fired a corona beam into the cloud, striking nothing. SpaceGodzilla surveyed the landscape, acknowledging its destruction with mild interest. Well, it's nice to know he's interested in some capacity. His wounds, however, horrible, paled in comparison to the damages done to Tokyo. This was his city, damn it, and these other lardasses destroyed it. The horn atop his head sparkled, heralding the growth of more crystals, but neither the crystals nor Tokyo Tower could relay cosmic energy to him. It had been diverted to empower Orga.
Finally. He's
alive! Our Dix did something today. Dix out for Orga, people!
He's alive! He's alive!
SpaceGodzilla's corona beams toward to Orga. Orga charged the cosmic Saurian, ignoring the damages the corona beams dealt. Using its momentum, Orga bashed SpaceGodzilla's face with his large claw. Defined by claw. SpaceGodzilla crashed into the ground unconscious. Orga loomed over its fallen adversary, studying its motionless figure. It raised its demented claw, eager to bury it deep into SpaceGodzilla's flesh. Oh my.
Ooh.
And unlock the secrets of his DNA.
Ooh.
You should probably reword that, Tom. Oh, this isn't appropriate for our young audience member. Suddenly, Dagahra dove from the dark sky, blasting Orga with his oral beam.
Oh.
For a minute, I thought that said anal beam.
Gosh,
It's the real word is just as bad. Don't worry.
Taken back by Dagahra's unexpected attack, Orga struggled to locate its new attacker. Dagahra aimed for Orga's eyes, blinding it.
And then Orga's eyes came back a seconds later. Oops.
Yeah, oops.
Oops, I did it again.
I did it again.
Dagahra flew hundreds of... Oh, not miles of feet. You didn't want to use miles again? Above the abandoned streets, using the skyscrapers as cover, but Orga never returned fire. Smoke sizzled out of its charred eyes. Dagahra peeked around the corner of an office building, cautious. Again, didn't know Dagahra worked in an office building.
Well, he has to pay for the Baron somehow, right? They are his kids, kind of.
And his temple, yeah. He's not a king for nothing.
Yeah.
Orga stood next to the fallen SpaceGodzilla, waiting for his eyes to heal. Dagahra prepared to strike until the ground beneath him rumbled. Several Destoroyah aggregates, crab-like creatures smaller than Dagahra, burst out of the streets of Tokyo.
You know, I'm pretty sure Orga doesn't need his eyes to see where SpaceGodzilla is. It's not like he moved. It's not like SpaceGodzilla was transported anywhere in the brief moment of time.
Hey, maybe the Futurians came by.
Mecha SpaceGodzilla.
Now that sounds like a really dumb fan fiction idea. Almost like the KWC.
You mean something Tom would do?
Yeah. Hell, Tom would probably do that. Dagahra spotted them crawling up Orga, spraying destructive energies out of their mandibles. Orga thrashed around trying to throw them off, but their sharp legs and claws helped keep them anchored to Orga's flesh. Dagahra opened his mouth, preparing to fire his primary weapon. Kinky. Two Destoroyah aggregates jumped onto him, pinning him to the street. Could they actually do that?
No.
Are they strong enough to pin a giant kaiju to the ground?
I know the aggregates are strong, but Junior could beat them.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Aggregates are kind of big, so it's feasible. If it were juvenile, I would have said no, but
it's possible. If I would accept it if more than two of them did it. Like if all of them tried to get one touchdown. But not two, because Junior could have thrown two off.
Aggregates, not juvenile. Aggregates are the
No,
ones
I'm talking about Godzilla Junior.
Yeah, I know.
He could have thrown two of the aggregates off, though.
I don't think he would. Remember, the one Junior fought in the movie was aggregate, like the big one.
KaijuX, stop using words. I mean, the audience don't know. As their sharp appendages injected micro-oxygen into his veins, Dagahra groaned. Wouldn't be long before the Sea Dragon's energy was no more. Orga clasped its claw around a Destoroyah aggregate's skull and squeezed. Other aggregates fired their fiery projectiles, scalding
There you go.
Orga's hide, yet the ravenous alien was not deterred. It crushed the aggregate's skull. It proceeded to annihilate the others with its shoulder cannon. Charred remnants of the Destoroyah aggregates lay scattered around the battlefield. Though burnt beyond recognition, Destoroyah was not dead. It required more micro-oxygen to return to its full stature.
Does Destoroyah... Wait, I'll pause. Sorry. Does Destoroyah need micro-oxygen to power itself up? That's the first time I've heard about it.
I mean, it needs it to keep itself going, but
yeah.
I don't think it needs it to power itself up in this fashion. I honestly can't really tell.
This author needs to be fired, seriously.
No, not fired. We need to murder him.
Okay, that's going a little far, gentlemen. Anyway.
KaijuX, do you want to be part of my murder list?
Do you?
Audience, do you think we should kill KaijuX? Say yes in the comments.
Just
So
ready
your
to
answer may take forever because KaijuX takes forever to post these.
Yes.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see KaijuX get horribly slaughtered.
Don't worry, I'll still post content. Oh wait, don't you guys remember? I'm a ghost.
Woo! Call the Ghostbusters, the old ones, not the new ones, because I heard that movie was kind of bad.
You know, I think we'd be better Ghostbusters.
We probably could be better Ghostbusters.
We probably could. Anyway, let's keep going.
Kaiju Busters.
Meanwhile, Orga was busy sinking its claws
Orga?
motionless space Godzilla. Dagahra clamped his jaws around to destroy Aggregate's leg. He yanked it off his back and blew it to shreds with his anal beam.
Delicious.
Pillars of fire and reddish particles blinded the sea dragon. The other Destroyer Aggregate bonded with the shimmering cloud and transformed into a winged monstrosity. Satan?
Who else?
Unlike its previous forms, Destroyer's body was slender. It resembled its final state, yet was a smaller and quicker creature. Wait, could it do that? Or is he talking about the flying?
I think he's talking about the flying
version?
form.
Flying form.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Dagahra watched it fly above the city, blasting its buildings to cinders.
Hey, that's not nice.
Destroyer spotted Orga standing over SpaceGodzilla, leeching off its life force. Destroyer witnessed a second shoulder crystal sprout of Orga skin. Moved to strike, but Dagahra flew at it and knocked it out of the sky. Destroyer slammed it into the earth so hard it formed an impact crater.
That's what Thomas craters.
Yeah.
This is the second time Thomas had a crater in his match. Not that heavy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Several thousand tons, like beyond 10,000, can probably create craters. Don't get me wrong, but I think this is Dragon Ball Z.
Just considering how high Destoroyah is, I'm pretty sure if he was just knocked out of the sky, he would probably crack the ground, but it wouldn't create a crater.
Oh, believe me, several thousand tons can do a lot, realistically speaking. But let's keep going.
You know, that crater Destroyer made is basically equals to the crater filled of all of Tom's mistakes.
Well,
okay,
just like the E.T. Atari game. Anyway.
Dagahra's anal beam bombarded Destoroyah as the sea dragon circled around the impact crater like a bird of prey. Orga siphoned the cosmic energies out of SpaceGodzilla's crystal spires. Dagahra prepared to unleash another volley until Orga's shoulder's cannon blasted him out of the sky. Dagahra landed next to Destoroyah, taken back by Orga's attack. But the sea dragon was even more surprised when Orga's falling mass came crashing down on top of him.
Oh.
Jeez, it's like he jumped off a diving board to get in him. Whether out of mercy or sheer luck, Dagahra wasn't awake to feel Orga's bone-shattering blows. Tokyo Tower summoned energies from the cosmos. It relayed its energies to its fallen master. Tokyo's tower crackling form glinted off SpaceGodzilla's opening eyes. Shoulder crystals flashed cosmic radiance. And remember, kids, make sure to vote for SpaceGodzilla Tokyo Tower 2016. And I'm gonna let KaijuX go.
Alright, finally. Pain flooded Dagahra's mind as he regained consciousness. Orga bent down, closing his jaws around Dagahra's neck. Earlier, the alien succeeded in uncovering the secrets of SpaceGodzilla, and now it will add Dagahra's DNA to its own. Orga's felt
I got a question.
What?
If Orga absorbed some of SpaceGodzilla's DNA, wouldn't that also mean it got some of Godzilla's DNA too?
Yes, it would. Believe me, I thought about that, and it's just like, why doesn't he become more Godzilla now that I think about it?
I mean, I get that SpaceGodzilla's genes would probably take priority, but we would still get some more Godzilla traits, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know, I agree. Orga felt a tingling sensation befall his backside.
Ooh!
Oh my.
Whoa.
Crystallized wings sprouted out of its back. A second hole.
That's not where his backside is. Those wings should be coming out of his ass.
A second hole appeared on Orga's right shoulder, harboring an unseen menace. Dagahra couldn't believe it. Orga was mixing its stolen genes with SpaceGodzilla's. In
How would
desperation,
Dagahra know that?
I don't know. Apparently, he's a rocket scientist. Don't get me wrong, he's bioengineered, but still, that's kind of a lot to know. In desperation, Dagahra opened its shoulder sack.
Ball sacks.
Oh god! Its shoulder sacks and fired a payload of barium. Oh boy. Designed to immobilize any living creature, Dagahra made sure to cover Orga head to toe. Oh my. Orga felt the barium secrete acid hot enough to burn the outer layer of his skin.
Can bariums do that?
Yeah, they're acidic, but
Okay.
oh man, that's quite discharge there. Anyway, it was also depleting Orga's energy supply. In retaliation, Orga's right shoulder fired its own beam. Dagahra's oral beam shot past the enemy barium, grazing Orga's abdomen. It wasn't enough. Orga fired a shoulder cannon and barium combo, successfully neutralizing the sea dragon. Okay, that's actually kind of like the wording's awkward, but the imagery's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Orga turned, focusing on Destoroyah. Though it was the spawn of a glorious alien empire, Orga never.
I wouldn't say glorious.
Yeah, they were pretty short-lived. Orga never inherited the intelligence of its predecessors, but even in its primitive mind could understand the necessity of tapping into the power of Destoroyah.
Not really.
Yeah, not really. It approached the fallen crustacean, intent on harvesting its power. Waves of energy...
Wait, hold up. Well, this has been bugging me for a while. Destoroyah. Crustacean. Yeah? Is that correct?
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Destoroyah's not the crustacean.
Yeah, Destoroyah's a crustacean life form.
Okay, well, whoops. I got my first. I would also like to point out, can you imagine how horrifying Orga would be if he absorbed Destoroyah's DNA, could multiply and split stuff apart? It's like mini Orgas.
Ooh. Interesting. Interesting thought. Let's see. Where was I? Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, waves of energy emanated out of Destoroyah's still form, disemboweling the land around it. Cascades of fire held the malevolent shape of Destoroyah's final state, replenished once more. Orga stopped, casting a worried glance at the resurrected Destroyer. Destoroyah glowered at the frightened creature, challenging it to make the first move. Orga faced its fears by lashing out, impaling its claws deep into Destoroyah's body, absorbing its life force. Seriously, that ability does not work like that.
Nope.
Unless Orga has secret teeth on the end of his fingertips I'm not aware of.
Who else but Tom?
Fair enough. Destoroyah's laughter mocked Orga's efforts. Orga felt its skin dissolve off its bones. Before long, the alien creature writhed on the ground, consumed by agony. Destoroyah snickered once more, relishing in Orga's suffering.
I'm pretty sure Orga should still have some DNA despite that.
Yeah, I know. It's... yeah.
The only reason I can think where that would work might be Hedorah. If it's the only monster I can other than Dagahra, which is a terrifying thought of Orga trying to eat Dagahra. That's a terrifying thought.
Oh yeah, definitely. Energy beams blindsided the cackling beast, torching its scarlet hide. Destoroyah spied Dagahra standing on all fours, unaffected by Orga's barium. It appeared the sea dragon was immune. Nevertheless, it just picked a fight with a beast unlike any other. Destoroyah charged the tinier creature. Gosh darn it. Wishing to crush the life out of it. Dagahra proved faster by flapping its wings and flying out of the impact crater. Destoroyah followed in hot pursuit, no longer interested in Orga. But another
what a bitch. Man, Destoroyah sounds like a bitch.
Yeah, but another creature was. A dark shadow loomed above the ravaged alien. Orga's weak eyes ascended upward to gape at the levitating SpaceGodzilla. SpaceGodzilla glared at Orga's shoulder crystals, disgusted. In a flash, Orga's cosmic energy departed its shoulder crystals, empowering SpaceGodzilla. Orga fell to its knees, a shadow of its former self. Had it known just...
Didn't SpaceGodzilla do this earlier, by the way?
I thought he did? I can't remember. Had it known Destoroyah's essence was the very blight of life, Orga would have never tried to absorb it. Soon a skeleton shall be all that remains. SpaceGodzilla swung his tail, shattering Orga's shoulder crystals. Orga will die, but it will be by SpaceGodzilla's hand. Pass.
Now, give me a moment. I made him. Also, have you ever noticed how Tom kind of forgot about Orga's super fast healing factor?
Yeah, he kind of disappeared. I wonder where that went off to.
Yeah. Maybe at the same place where the plot and coherence went off to.
Okay. Flying above Tokyo Bay, its demented shadow gliding across the murky surface. Destoroyah closed in on its query. I'm gonna look that word up. Actually, I'm not sure if that's right. One moment. I'm googling.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure if that's correct.
Right. I'm pretty sure query is a real word, but I'm not sure if it's used in the right context or not.
Query, a question, especially when addressed to an official organization. It's a question. What? So Destoroyah is holding on his question. Yep.
Interesting.
Where is I? Yep.
Tom. Jesus Christ, Tom. What is... Why? Why did you do that?
Destructive energies blazed out of its jaw, grazing Dagahra's speeding figure. Dagahra felt his skin sizzle and burn, yet he did not stop. If he did, he knew he'd fall prey to Destoroyah's wrath. Or just Destoroyah, whatever. He knew he could try a different approach. Run! Dagahra reduced its speed, allowing Destoroyah to catch up. Wow. Destoroyah's horn flashed as it forged a hot blade of energy. Dagahra avoided the energy katana barely, positioned himself under Destoroyah and attacked. Bolts of energy rippled out of Dagahra's spine. Wait, what? Pelting Destoroyah. Did Dagahra have its spine powers?
I missed that. I can't remember.
I think I missed that part of the movie.
I think it can. It's been a while, though. I'll have to check it out.
Okay. Dagahra roared in despair, for his projectiles could not breach Destoroyah's thick carapace. Oops. Before the sea dragon could despair further... Despair. Destoroyah dropped down onto Dagahra's back. Dagahra struggled to support Destoroyah's enormous bulk. Destoroyah had other plans. Ooh. Once again, Destoroyah's horn gave life to an energy blade that swept down, slicing deep into Dagahra's shoulder. Dagahra cried out. His painful roars could be heard for miles. Where Gorosaurus was like, that's too loud.
Man, Gorosaurus is there yet again, filming it.
Yeah, exactly. But Destoroyah wasn't finished. It sliced Dagahra's other shoulder off. Blood sprayed out of Dagahra's lost limb. It lost the lost of blood. Good job, Tom. The loss of blood and Destoroyah's own weight brought Dagahra down. Both crashed into the frigid waters. Relieved to be in his habitat once more, Dagahra swims circles around Destoroyah, who is not breaking down into microscopic beings and killing him, but whatever. Blasting it with his oral barrel, sure. With his oral barrel, Destoroyah did not return fire. Dagahra watched the vile creature float. The sea dragon roared, its ferocity rivaled by none, but since it was in the water, Destoroyah couldn't hear the roar.
Yeah.
It plowed through the dark waves, headed straight for Destoroyah. To Dagahra's surprise, Destoroyah's body dissolved into insidious shape lost in the ocean depths. Dagahra stopped, believing it had won, until it felt its insides squirm. Billions of microscopic organisms flooded Dagahra's veins, liquefying its atoms and then dissolving it. Dagahra's skeleton sunk to the bottom of the sea,
Oh,
even
hey,
though
look,
it should also...
Oh, hey, look,
What?
you were right.
I was right, even though Dagahra's skeleton should also be gone. Pass. You get to finish it off, buddy.
Oh boy. On land,
like
skyscraper served as Orga's witness. The dying alien crawled toward the Michael Bay, no longer wishing to fight. SpaceGodzilla landed in front of him. Corona beam scourged Orga met Agra's frail body, dismembering its bones. In a valiant last stand, Orga struggled to rise, only to fall after its ankle splintered beneath the massive weight. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get when you don't accompany yourself with the buoyancy of water, jackass. It was born an abomination, a disgrace to its great empire. Today, it will prove its worth by not giving up. Gives up 1 second later.
No, well, I mean, he already was kind of giving up.
Yeah. SpaceGodzilla rewarded Orga's bravery by impaling its chest with his tail. His tail served as a bridge for his cosmic energies to cross. Orga's insides
I like Hawk because he's better.
Orga's insides were vaporized by electricity. SpaceGodzilla's tail lifted Orga's fried, Kentucky Fried corpse, which Rodan only felt one emotion. Hunger.
I was gonna make him a dad joke and he swooped in and started eating Orga's corpse.
And chucked it aside. SpaceGodzilla raised his head to the heavens, roaring in triumph.
That was anticlimactic.
Donald Triumph.
Donald Triumph, gosh.
A dark mass rose out of Tokyo Michael Bay. It stomped its way to the heart of Tokyo. There met SpaceGodzilla once more. There was no roars of intimidation, there were only carnage. Destoroyah spewed destructive energies out of its maw. A barrier of light appeared in front of SpaceGodzilla.
Wow,
deflecting Destoroyah's projectile. Seethed with hatred, Destoroyah charged the cosmic sword in it'll Darth Maul SpaceGodzilla the old-fashioned way.
So I gotta ask, could Destoroyah's micro-oxygen beam actually eat through the barrier, the light, the reflective barrier?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the micro-oxygen beam is more like it's a beam, more or less.
Because I was thinking that'd be an interesting concept of the beam of the shield being eaten away from Biolante's acid or something.
Right. I mean, it's interesting, but
okay, keep going.
Destoroyah felt its green blood spurt out of its grisly wounds, yet it did not delay its stride. An emerald glow embroiled SpaceGodzilla's shoulder crystals. Green bolts shot out, entangling Destoroyah. SpaceGodzilla elevated Destoroyah into the sky before dropping it into a cloister of a building instead of a building. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Amidst the thick smoke, Destoroyah emerged. It flapped its wings, propelling it through the air. SpaceGodzilla could not stop the Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
Well, I mean, SpaceGodzilla cannot stop the Juggernaut, but it could have, moved to the side or something. I mean, SpaceGodzilla can fly, too.
From crashing into
options.
him. A helpless SpaceGodzilla watched Destoroyah's horn disappeared in a blade of light. SpaceGodzilla remembered it all too well. Destoroyah bent down. Get on your hands and knees! hacking off one of SpaceGodzilla's heckling.
Destoroyah was heckling off one of SpaceGodzilla's shoulder crystals. He was heckling him.
Half his energy was gone. SpaceGodzilla cried out, blasting Destoroyah's face. Destoroyah empowered his horn once more, aiming for SpaceGodzilla's last shoulder crystal. In desperation, SpaceGodzilla discharged a reddish aura, flaying Destoroyah's.
This is getting ridiculous.
I know, right? We're almost done, and it couldn't even get more ridiculous.
Yes.
Flaying Destoroyah's putrid hide, it was enough to break free. SpaceGodzilla
break all the fleas.
SpaceGodzilla flew high above Tokyo Tower, summoning all the energy he could. Destoroyah's livid eyes glowered at the cosmic titan. What powered SpaceGodzilla conjured mattered little, for it will meet death for this night. SpaceGodzilla transformed his backside into a spiky crystal shell. So literally, SpaceGodzilla would be saying, bite my spiky ass." In a true display of power, SpaceGodzilla fired 3 glowing spears of light. All 3 spears struck Destoroyah, engulfing the titanic beast in a blinding explosion. Blinding in how terrible this match is. Crystals burst out of Destoroyah's skin, sapping it out of its strength. Destoroyah hissed in irritation. It could no longer move. Most of its body had been vaporized. SpaceGodzilla landed close by, knowing the battle had been won. Though its crystal prison, Destoroyah scowled at its opponent. It may have lost the battle, but it escaped in the end. But its escape is inevitable. Indeed, there will come a time when Destoroyah breaks free of its shackles. Until then, the fruits of victory belong to SpaceGodzilla. And SpaceGodzilla won by building a wall.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, So why didn't Destroy just go down to a microscopic level and escape that way?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like either.
He can't. Maybe in Tom's mind he can only do it in the water.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure them suckers can crawl, and even if the microscopic form couldn't walk on land, I'm pretty sure the juveniles would have been more than enough to get out of there.
Yeah.
Hell, if even one escaped, it would still be able to regrow eventually.
In due time, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Winner, Ultraman.
Yeah.
Now the winner is Donald Trump.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, just a Tom match with a lot of creative liberties. I never realized he did that much back in the day. Good glory.
Man, it's just too much. Tom is so Tom. I love his later matches because at least he didn't give a shit about being so blatantly awful with his creative liberties.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this was
terrible.
Yeah. Especially compared to his later works, it's like this is definitely the beginnings of a new writer, which is understandable. We all have to start somewhere. So
I'm still wondering if the Baggin versus Everyone trilogy is going to end up shitty.
I'm kind of wondering about that too. I'm kind of wondering how it's going to hold up under scrutiny all these years later.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see.
Well, aside from Baragon eating Baggin's heart and Baggin regrowing from that because that was just stupid.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there when we get there. But
so do you want to do the next one? This took a surprisingly long amount of time.
Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of wanted to. This is a pretty lengthy one, but hopefully. But yeah, okay. Well, anyway, let me wrap up real quick. Does anyone else have anything to add, or can we all just generally agree? Neat ideas here and there. Overall, kind of just generic, though.
I never want to read this again.
Yeah, just I want to know where Tom got the idea about the spiral nuclear pulse.
That's what I want to know.
Because I've never heard of this. I mean,
Yeah,
I need to kind of now I'm wondering if this is actually legitimate or not.
I don't think so. I never recalled him using anything like that in the movies, unless it's supposed to be the electromagnetic rings. I don't think so. But even so, it's described as a pulse, so I assume no.
Wouldn't the electromagnetic rings not really do? No, even if it was the electromagnetic rings, it wouldn't do that much.
Probably not. So yeah, kind of weird. Really weird.
Let's see here. Control midair, corona beam, gravity tornado, fly, increases power from being energetic crystals, conduct energy, implant cosmic powered structures, signal and have the magnetic energy source, encase body and shield, and unable to unleash bolts of energy from his shoulder crystals. Nope, nothing. Not even the electromagnetic rings. I'm not sure what the hell you got that from either.
Electromagnetic rings are in the flying form.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that was match 34, ladies and gentlemen. And we will see you guys next time for match 35. Until then.